All right. Well, my name is Carla. Um, I am the owner of Bakers Bible and Bookstore Incorporated. We have been in business for 32 years and going. And we started off in 1993, where it was my father, my brother, and I. Initially, all three of us had our own story, testimony, our way of how we got started in this business. So if you ask me, my story will be different from my father's. My brother was killed, unfortunately, in 2006, and he had his own story because we're different people, but God put us together and shined a light upon us, and we're blessed to still be in business now. Yes, absolutely. There's been tons of roadblocks from the economical perspective. There was a time we were in Detroit, Michigan, and if I'm not mistaken, Detroit filed bankruptcy at one time. In that era, it was very difficult for Detroit to file bankruptcy. That stood and showed that the economy in the local area was just not substantial. And so those are our customers, our local residential people were not able to afford the things that they needed. And so we had to get very savvy with helping them the best way we could so that they can get what they needed and we can get what we needed to just sustain through that time frame. From a personal perspective, when my brother passed away, I mean, he died on a Monday, but we were open Tuesday through Saturday from the store hours at that time. And we're a business, so whatever is happening in our personal life, not that the customers didn't care, but they're walking in the door because they want and they desire something for their personal gain and use. And sadly, we have to be here to be able to accommodate. And that was very difficult, going to work, dealing with grief. And there's a season for that. And for people who have not been in about a year or two and come in looking for him and him not being there, and for them to be sad as a reaction when they discover that he passed away, and also for them not to know and just ask, hey, where is he at? I want to talk to him. And for, just to go through those emotional, that time frame was very difficult personally. So that financial perspective on that era was really a hard roadblock. That personal time of dealing with grief during that season was a very difficult roadblock. And then we're in Michigan and it's rough in the winter times. So that's a roadblock that is always ongoing. Because there's days where we have to just not open because it's so cold, it's brutally cold. And those are some of the issues that we dealt with in the past and some ongoing. And one of my personal favorites is "No weapon formed against me shall prosper." That's my personal favorite that stays with me and has been with me for years because the adversary is real and he's out to do it and he's doing his job. And so throughout a lot of hardships, I've just learned that no weapon formed against me shall prosper. God is greater is he that is in me. Being in a bookstore business is very unique. I think that it takes a very unique person that God has created. We all are wonderfully made. But it's a blessing because it's a piece of this world that we have the opportunity to share God's word with anyone who walks in the door. And there's sometimes a part where some people look through a business perspective and it's a profit, but there's also that one part that we all have to remember is the type of business that we're in.